There we go. This thing's getting a little bit smoother every day. Maxim number 5. A man's looks don't matter as much to women as a woman's looks matter to men. Women really only need two things. They need to be slim and long hair. Those are really just the two things that will set apart women. And guys are even like, they'll even kind of like go, well, she looks cute with short hair, but she'll always look better with long hair. But the weight issue is the number one issue that will hold girls' appearance back, and all the other factors combined still won't outweigh. She can have a pretty face, or she can have a busted face, a caustic personality, and be horrible with managing her emotions. And all those things can be forgiven if she's slim. But if she's overweight, none of that can be ignored. And any good things will be, ignored too. So a woman's looks matter to men. It's the number one thing. It doesn't matter if she owns a house. It doesn't matter if she has 3 master's degrees. It doesn't matter what she's accomplished. It doesn't matter what her rank in girl world is, but her appearance matters. A man's looks don't matter as much to women. And the reason is because men have so many other things that goes into it. You got to realize, like, when you see a stunner and she's walking around with a 60-year-old guy that's like 5'4" and balding, and he's like 30 pounds overweight. If you asked her, why are you with this guy? And she'll go, I don't know. He's not really my type. I usually kind of go for like the Chad athletic types, but there's just something about him. And what that something is game. He has charisma. And so that's what comes into a man's looks don't matter as much to women. Because with women, and this is why it's so important that you get offline and in front of them, is because men can only really sell themselves in person. With looks will open the door for you. And if you're an average, slightly above average, good-looking guy, and you have no game, girls will sniff that out pretty quickly, and then it's over. It gets you in the door, but it won't keep her engaged. And women, if you're an average-looking guy, you're going to have game when you show up and to keep everything rocking in the right direction. But game, that learned charisma, is what they're talking about. You can have other, factors that will add in to the whole package, your income, your presence, your height, your fitness, your hobbies, who you are. All those things start figuring in. But that charisma, that learned charisma, that game is what people are talking about, or what the Maxim is talking about, where your looks are not that important. And I've noticed over time, they really are almost, other than, not being overweight or obese, girls will almost look past any other physical things, and allow your charisma to surface. And that's the real deal. Very unattractive. Most men are not attractive, but the charisma is what keeps them engaged. So just know, at the end of the day, it is important to take care of your minimum grooming. Again, if you're showering, you're already ahead of the curve, believe it or not. Hitting your minimum on hygiene, grooming, dress well, not like a clown, and that charisma, and you'll be in the top 10%. It's that simple. Guys think you're not competing against a guy who's like a 6'7" hedge fund manager. You're competing against, 5'7", 5'8", 220-pound guys that like to watch sports and get drunk 6 out of 7 days a week. And that's who is showing up. So you kind of have to look at that. Doesn't mean you don't work, but you got to take care of the minimums, and you'll already be way ahead of the curve. Maxim number 5, a man's looks do not matter as much to women as a woman's looks matter to men. So focus on that charisma and game, and hit the basics, and you should do extremely well for yourself. Ian